It's Tuesday morning on our cruise. We're getting ready to pull into port at Sitka, and we're going to be doing an excursion to see some bears and natural habitat, to see a Raptor center where they rehabilitate injured eagles and other birds, and to a nature history museum. But you might like the view on the way into Sitka.
Yeah, exactly. More than 50.
Alaska, and one of the largest in North America. We typically treat over 200 patients a year from all over the state. Sometimes they're sent to us from other nature centers in Alaska, and sometimes we have one-offs to rescue the birds ourselves. As you might imagine, that is much easier said than done. As for patients, we don't just treat bald eagles. The truth is, we treat a wide variety of birds, from hummingbirds to trumpeter swans and everything in between. That being said, we are also the Alaskan Raptor Center, and that's because we do have a specialty in raptors, birds of prey. And there's three main characteristics that all raptors share. They all have forward-facing eyes, which is great for hunting. They also all have hooked, curved beaks and strong, powerful talons. And there are 6 main types of raptors you can find here in North America. There's more average-sized pairs, such as hawks and owls. There's also falcons, osprey, kites, and of course, eagles. Now here at the Alaska Raptor Center, our main patient is the bald eagle. As such, we have quite a few of them. Nowadays, the bald eagle is doing quite nicely. But if you guys remember the early 70s, you'll remember that this wasn't always the case. As recently as 1972.
Which is that left wing, did you see? Yeah. So Kigik was he was in a car collision down in Chicago, Illinois, and as you can see, it did quite a bit of damage, but luckily only to his wing. The rest of his body's actually very okay, but he is clearly non-flighted. But we did not actually know that was going to be the case when we took him in. We typically do not accept birds from the lower 48. It's a fairly rare occurrence, at least for rehab, just because we typically would need to return them back to where they came from. So there's a lot of logistics involved. But with Kigik here, we decided to give it a shot because we were one of the few that had a flight center. So that flight center you just saw, that's actually why he is here. We had hoped that the nerve damage that was caused by that car collision that really just clipped his wing, we hoped that that would kind of heal on its own, and that he would be able to use that space to rebuild his flight muscles and kind of...
Because while Kylie can hunt if he is told to, when he has the choice, he goes to people because that's where he thinks he's going to get food.
Okay.
So because of that, because of his behavior in the springtime, we were confident that he is in fact a human imprint. In the springtime, when he's looking for a mate, it is not a hawk, it is a human. It's a human.
Oh, that guy. Oh, Kylie.
Now it gets a little awkward.
Yeah, I bet it does. I bet it does. It's not you, Kylie. It's... Yeah.
These feathers legitimately to a feather repository down in Colorado. They'll set you up. It does also come with a receipt that proves that you got it legitimately.
Okay.
But you also get a free pass if you happen to be Native American, which I'm not, so I cannot pull that off.
Yeah.
So for...
I'm curious, I'm like, why?
Bald eagles used to be super duper tasty. I'm very glad that they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
All right, everybody. To those of you just joining us here up on the deck with me, welcome to Fortress of the Bear. I know it can get a little tight, a little cramped when we have all these people up here. I do encourage you to find a spot. We have spots inside for viewing. We have 3 windows inside on either side where you can get a look out. We also have this wonderful deck extension out here to my right, where you can go and see our black bears.
Ooh, you were pretty fast, baby.
Sorry. There's just too many people here. No, there's too many people.
What are we doing? Stand up for me, Bandit? Good boy. Good boy, Bandit. Smokey.
My neck is not that long. I can't see anything.
Julie. Julie. Right now we'll try putting that per bear per day. That's nothing compared with the live salmon there. They're in live salmon. Yeah. 3 weeks from now, we start getting live salmon during the hatcheries. We'll start filling the waters here.
Yeah.
Put something in the ship. That's why they ran over there. One ran over there and they started.
Bird weight's pretty high here.
This evening, and they put some orange stuff out there.
Well, there is lowering something to touch everything. Oh, there's food in it. That'll work for it. Whoops, it fell.
Wow, look at some guy on all of the area around the eyes and the tips of the tail fin are blue-green. This is the roof boat. Must be the other twin.
Eagle in the tree.
Okay. Chief Tom Tingat of the Tingat village of Klawak of Prince of Wales Island was the owner of the original Raven Shark pole. It is believed it was initially carved for his wife from the Kawartan clan. The shark was once associated as a clan emblem. Today it is used by the Kushiktan clan. The original Yadas crest corner poles were obtained from the Old Kasan along with the Yadas crest pole. This recarving was completed in 1982. Notice the difference in adzing style and carving techniques between this recarving and the recarving of the first twin. The figure of the village watchman at the top is unique to Haida crest poles. It has no significance or relationship to the crest. It is intended to let the people know that they are being watched over and will be protected. Legend pole. This is a replica carved during 1938 and 1942 in the Civilian Conservation Corps using local Alaska native carvers. This is a ridicule pole. Traditionally, a ridicule pole served to resolve conflicts in a non-violent way via public acknowledgement of a wrongdoing. It was erected to notify everyone of an unpaid debt or harm or injury to another. The crest of the person who owed the debt or caused the harm or injury would be carved into the pole and was raised at a potlatch. The righting of the wrong or payment of the debt was accomplished at another potlatch, again so that there would be many witnesses. Then the pole was burned and the wrong was never mentioned again. This Tlingit pole was obtained from Chief Gunya. The pole was recarved in 1983 by Nathan Jackson and Steve Brown. This pole is most likely a clan crest pole which depicts the origin of the clan and its crests. Okay. This is the Lakanichi pole. Originated in the Kagaini Haida village of Suquan, Alaska. The pole was sent to the Louisiana Purchase Exposition in St. Louis in 1904 and then traveled to the Lewis and Clark Exposition in Portland, Oregon in 1905. It arrived at Sitka National Monument in 1906. The figures on this Kagaini Haida pole represent three Tlingit legends. The bottom figure is a bear with a snail or shrimp-like creature in its mouth, which may represent how the clan acquired their crest, the woodworm. The middle figure appears to be the depiction of the Tlingit legend of the bear who married a woman. The top figure represents an ancient legend figure, Lakanahi, who was a villain pressing one of his children, who was half human and half dog, against his coat made from the spine of a fish, killing the child. This pole is from Kagani Haida, village of Sukwan. After arriving in Sitka, the pole was brought to the 1904 Louisiana Purchase in the Lewis and Clark Exposition. It was loaned to the U.S. Air Naval Station. The large figure at the base is probably a devilish or octopus recognized as a bear. Notice the suction cups used as eyebrows. Above that is a female bear holding the hunter who was lost in the woods, and he became her husband. Gutiel, a Tlingit figure associated with the creature from which mosquitoes originated, is the second figure from the top of this pole. The pole was topped by a village watchman. The Kayalayana pole. The Tlingit quietly left the sapling fort during the night, even though the fort construction would allow the propelled Russian cannonballs to give under pressure. In 1804, the Tlingit clan fought a key battle against invading Russian forces at the mouth of the Indian River. This pole is a memorial to those people who lost their lives in conflict. It is named after the legendary warrior who led the battle.